So here's what I have to tell you. Is it sleeping? It is. I'm the queen. That was terrifying. Someone's going to pick that up. Wherever that is. I am the queen of graphing, but it's not the graphing you think it is, right? So let me start that again. I'm the queen of sketching. I don't really believe in graphing. I don't believe, well, it's not like I don't believe, it's not like it's like Santa or, Jesus or whatever. Like, I believe in it. I'm not a big fan of a T-chart. And here's why. If you're doing a graph and you make the T-chart and you plug in values and you make one mistake, you guys, all of us are so certain that we got it right that you'll graph it even though it totally doesn't make any sense. It's like I will say to you, hey, graph a circle and you're going to make a T-chart, right? And you're going to have values here, la, 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 la. And you're going to graph your circle and it's supposed to look like this, but you have a dot right there and you're going to be like, oh, it looks like that. And it's like, no, I didn't say graph patterns, right? Because, but that's what people do, right? Because you made a T-chart and it's like, well, that's what my chart says. And I'm like, you dropped the negative. And so there's two ways to really graph something. One is with precision. And why the hell should we do that with a paper when we have technology that can do it perfectly for us? So there's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to say, bring your Chromebooks. If you have a graphing calculator, yay for you. Personally, I feel like there's a little bit of an equity issue there, right? Not every kid can spend $110 on a graphing calculator. And even when teachers are like, well, I have them to loan. Well, it's not the same as being able to take it home, right? But our Chromebook has Desmos, which is a beautiful graphing calculator. So when we need precision, when we need it to be exact, I will be like either pull out a graphing calculator, pull out Desmos, or to be honest, for like $5, you can have a really nice graphing calculator on your phone. And I'm okay with that. And you're going to say, well, what about on a test? Well, then one of two things are going to happen. Either we're not going to use precise graphing on the test. 2, I will give you the graph. Or 3, I will let you use your Chromebook or whatever, but I'm going to ask the question in a tricky way. So using your Chromebook is not going to give you an answer. So we'll get to that. The second way to do it, though, is the more important way, and that's called a sketch. And that's giving you a damn good idea of what your graph looks like without being perfect. Like, the reality is, after all of this time, I have a pretty flippin' good idea of what this looks like without doing any real math. Like, I know right now that this baby looks something like this. Like, if you genuinely put that on a graphic calculator, you'd be like, damn, you were really, really close. And I'm like, yeah, because I know the pattern of how it works. So I can use that. So we're going to sketch our brains out this year. We're going to sketch. And the reason is because sketches and graphs give us a lot more information. So let me give you an example in real life of why a picture is better than an equation or a description. So say you like boys. Just say that's your jam. Yay for you. And I say, oh my God, I'm going to set you up with my nephew. And you're like, okay, what does he look like? I'm like, oh my God, he looks just like that. Really, he looks like that guy, and he's a 20-year-old. He's in his 20s, and he's really famous right now. And he's young, and he's dark-haired, and he's thin. You know who I'm talking about. I forget his name, and you're like, oh my God, she's setting me up with a Timothy Chalamet lookalike. And it turns out, no, you don't get Timothy Chalamet. You get Barry Keoghan, right? If you saw Saltburn, you know who I'm talking about. He's super good actor. He's also really freaky looking. He's a weirdo dude. Like, he's okay. Like, you know, someone loves him. Actually, he's dating someone famous, like a famous pop star. Like Sabrina, who said that? Sabrina Carpenter, right? Like, that's who he's dating. Because, you know, I guess he's rich. Who knows? But I mean, look, like if you were expecting this and you got this, that would be like ooh, ouch, right? So asking for a picture might have been helpful, right? It might have been like, oh, okay, like I'll lower my expectation, right? So today I'm going to show you why having a picture of what we're doing is going to make your life so easy. And you will thank me in October. Those of you who are taking either the SAT or the PSAT, we're offering both on campus in October. I don't think you need to take them if you're going to a public college in California, but you do you. But right now I'm about to give you some points because I'm going to show you a problem that's a giveaway problem that you would miss if we didn't have this lesson. Good looking kid. Okay, so here we go. You guys got your notes. Are you ready to go? So we're doing this problem right here. Did I just give you the homework? Did I give you the? I gave you the homework, didn't I? Let me see. Did you get the homework? Yeah, I gave you. Damn it. Damn it, Mrs. Tarantino. I think I gave you the homework and not the notes. So save that. Here's your notes. Here's your notes. What did it say? Look, you already have the homework. And in a second, you're going to be like, oh, I know. So I gave you. Here's the homework. Here's the notes. It's all right. See, that was a mistake. Save that. Put that away. That's your homework. Let's go. Put it away. Well, you can do it for now because I'm not. Do I already give you your homework? Please reach over here. Please, no. Okay, here we go. So here we go. We're going to do this first problem. Find f of -2. And normally, what you would say is, where the hell's the equation? You'd be like, well, you could derive the equation. And I guess some of you in Algebra 2 Trig would know how to do this. This is a cubed equation. It could look something like this. X to the third plus 5x squared plus, it might look something like that. I don't really know. And you would plug in -2, and that would be scary. And that would be a lot of work. And yuck, who would want to do that? No one would want to do that. I'm going to show you a much easier way to do it. Because we have the drawing, we can do this problem in literally seconds. Seconds. Because this tells me to go to -2 on the x-axis. La, 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 la. And it wants to know what is the y that matches it. Boom. Done. That's it. So easy, right? But it looks super scary. It looks super, super scary. So do me a favor with your neighbors. Can you please find, let's do it together. I'm lying. Let's find f of 2. Yeah.
You have to put the plus.
No, I thought it was minus for a minute because it looked like negative because I'm dumb. So no, you have to put plus. Shut up. Don't judge me. Let's plug in 2, right? Here we go. 2. There it is. I'm coming down. Now we do have to do -4. So easy. Could we go backwards? What if I said f of x, remember that's like y, y equals 2, can we figure out x? Yes, we can go backwards even, but be careful on this one. If we're going to go backwards, remember, when we go forward, you only can have one answer. That makes it a function. But when we go backwards, you can have more than one answer. So try to figure out what, if f of x is 2, tell me the x's that match it. There can be more than one. It's like a vending machine with a bunch of Dr. Pepper in it, right? So I'm going to go backwards on this one. I'm going to go to the y is 2, but be careful. I want all of the answers there. All of them. Them. If you said, Ms. T, there are 3 of them, then you are on fire. And here they are. One of them is right here at oh, I missed my line. Let me try that again. I'm going to go back. Yeah, -1, which is actually not quite -1. It's actually -0.9 or something, but -1 is close enough. -1, -3. I missed this one over here because I didn't even watch for it. +5, right? Keep an eye out. And that makes sense It's a cube equation. So it's quite possible you're going to get 3 answers. You could get 3 answers in a lot of places. Like you could get 3 answers. There you go. You could get 3 answers right here, like right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Lots of places you would get 3 answers, right? Because it's a cube equation. Okay. Do me a favor with your table mates or by yourself. Do example 2 on your own. And now that you see how easy it is, you're welcome. I just gave you points on the SAT right there. So they have these. It's like evaluate this function. I've seen kids literally go so far as to write the equation of this quadratic, do all this stuff, plug it in, and I'm like, why didn't you just get it off the graph? It's like, because I didn't think of it. And now you will. Super easy. Guys. So we're going forward. I'm putting it on. You're checking it out. See how you're doing. Looks like I'm getting again with the -3. Does that not look like -3? It does to me. 3 on that one. 8. I'm gonna get -1, and I'm gonna go backwards on this one, and I'm gonna be really careful and watch for all of the answers. Right there and right there. -8 and +8. Again, if these were equations, this would be super a pain in the butt, like we did those last night. Look how much easier it is, because I'm telling you, the equation for this is a little terrifying. But here, so easy. You don't have to, I mean, you know what we just did there? We factored. Like we didn't even have to do any math, right? Pictures are fabulous. Let's try one that's a little bit tricky. Let's go a little scary. Are you ready? Let's take a look at this one. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to rewrite this equation. I'm going to rewrite it like this. 3 times something times something else, right? So here's what I'm going to do this bad boy. I'm going to figure out this guy and put it right here. And then I'm going to figure out this guy and put it right here. And then I'm going to do the math, right? And again, if this was in function notation, this would be like a 8-step problem, right? But here, so easy, so easy. So I'll give you a second to see how you do. Give you a little bit of hints here. -2 is going to be right there. -4. And I'm going to come over to f of 3. F of 3. And it's going to be right there. So that's going to be 8. -12 times 8. Did you get -96? You okay with that? Anyone thinking, no, I have no idea what you're doing? You don't? Really? Yeah, okay, so you cool with how I got the f of -2? So I go to -2, I see where it hits at 4. Are you cool with that? So I'm going to say 3, and then I got the, and I think it's a -4. Are you cool with that? Okay, so that's that guy taken care of. So he's now -12. Are you good? And now I go to this guy, and I get my 8. Good to go. Nice. How about we try, are you brave? Can you do this guy? Look, I don't have a 2. I have a 1 and a 3. Can you try this one? Here's a hint. You're going to get 8 times something plus 2 times something. Your job is to use the graph to figure out what his partner is. Love these problems. I like things that look hard and are super not. My favorite kind of math. -5. Let me clear this out again. -5 over here. I'm going, boom. So it looks like it's 8. And 1 over here. Another, but it's negative 8. How does that look so far? So good? You okay? So I'm going to say 64 plus negative 16. I got 48. How'd you do? Did you okay? Can I say wiggle fingers if you got 48? Yeah, a little thumbs up. Nice. Okay, last one, best one. We're going to put it all together. And if you look at the last one, you're like, hey, there's a graph. There's no questions. That's because we got a little situation happening here. We got some elves at the North Pole, and apparently they die when they get COVID, and they die like in a day. So, and the reason I'm saying that, like, why are you saying that? Because look how weird it is. It just stops right there. Like the whole thing just stops. So I think at that point, I think all the elves are dead. That's the only thing I could think of. So before we start this little exercise here, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to label your axes. One of them is days. So talk to your neighbors. Where the hell does days go? Just ask each other, talk to each other. Because it looks like the numbers here could go either way. Like you're not getting a big hint on that. So talk to each other and decide, where does days go? So it gives you a big hint on here. Oh, I think I have to move this. Sorry. Sorry, Hermie. Yeah, nice. Yes, very nice. Days, right here. Number of X is the number of days. So let's start here. Let's go days right here. Which would mean the Y is the number of sick elves in the hundreds. So there's not just 10 elves working at the North Pole. That can't happen. There's a lot more toys than that. That would mean there are would that be 1,000? Yeah, 1,000 elves working at the North Pole or more. I don't know. So look, I'm making sick elves. They're sick in the hundreds. There we go. Okay, so here we go. We're ready to. Oh, before we do that, I have candy for anyone who can raise their hand. Don't shout it out. You have to raise your hand. Does anyone know? Okay, so that guy's from Rudolph. He's Rudolph's friend. His name is Hermie. Hermie is an elf, but he doesn't want to be an elf. Can anyone tell me what Hermie's dream job is? And there's candy in it for you. I had one kid tell me today. Do you know what he wants to be?
Reindeer?
No, that would be Rudolph. Do you know what he wants? No, he doesn't. Do you know what he wants to be?
A mailman.
No, that was a good guess though. We're getting closer. So no, so yeah, he could be. So how does the movie? Does anyone remember in Rudolph? How does it end? How does the someone puts the star on the tree? What? Yeah. He wants to be a dentist. That's right. He yanks out the bumble's teeth, which is horrifying if you think about it. Candy for you. Hermie wants to be a dentist. Okay, so here's what. First thing I want you to write down. I want a sentence. That's scary. I want a little sentence. Find F5 and tell me what it means. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you write the number 8, you will get 0 points, right? So you're going to be writing down something and telling me what that actually means. And somewhere you've got to have elves and days in your sentence. Like at blank, blank, there are blank elves blank. This is a real situation. Well, not really, but kind of. If you wrote something like this, at day 5, 800 elves have COVID. Yeah, that's the situation. It's on day 5. That's what F of 5 means. It means on day 5. And 8 is 800, right? Okay, so I want you to answer a question for me. So here we go. First question I want you to really look at. Let me get rid of a lot of the stuff on here. I want to know here. Get out of here. When does the outbreak peak And how many elves are sick that day with it? Remember, they die really soon when they get it. So it's just that, it's not how many sick are overall. So this is why graphs are so nice, is because if I gave you this as an equation, it would be really hard to find the peak. You would have to plug and crank, right? But because I have this nice little picture, it's really easy. Someone said it, they saw it right away. It's a day 10, and there are 900 elves sick. So on day 10, 900 are sick. Poor elves. Okay, we're going to get a little weirder now. Here we go. When are 600 elves sick? Or when do 600 elves get it? When do 600 elves get it? Ooh, guess what we're doing? We're going backwards. And when we go backwards, sometimes there are more than one answer. Because that's how it really works. Like this summer, people got COVID. And in the beginning of the summer, only a few people had it. And then a lot of your friends had it. And then now, very few people have it. Right? It happens in traveling. I think you get it on planes and you on planes. That's what I like. So here's what we're going backwards. So I think I'm going to say on day 3 and again on day 20. Day 3 and day 20. We got one last problem let me take a look at. If more than 800, or let's just say 800 or more elves are sick, Santa's closing down the workshop. I think he had to close down the workshop for a while. Can you tell me what day he closed it down and what day he reopened it, or what 2 days? When was it closed? From when to when? Another good question would be, how many days is it closed, right? It looks like the workshop's closed 10 days, and it's closed from day 5 all the way to day 15. That's when Santa had to close it down. And then I think literally on day 20, he just, like, all the elves were dead. That would be my guess. Yeah. So they all died, so there were no more elves. So guess what you're getting for Christmas, all of you who celebrate? Nothing. Get nothing. I'm done for today. Yay me. So here's what's going to happen. I already gave you your worksheet. The answers on your homework tonight are actually at the bottom, except the back answers are not. So there's 2 ways to get the answers from the back. One is to wait till tonight when I put it in Google Classroom, or 2 is to go grab your phone and take a picture of this. So it's up to you. You want to grab your phone? You're welcome to do that. I am done talking. I give time in class so you can work on this. I think you can get this done. If you want to grab your phone, if you want to do it, I'm done. You can do what you need to do. That's it. Uh-oh, it left. I'm coming back. I can't believe no one's getting up to do that. You big lazy totes. I'm stuck.